Alright. Hopefully the stream should be back on. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. We are back though. And we have created our burn to your Kerbal, sorry. So, we will now need to actually no, we don't need to. We've already gotten on our trajectory. So now we can warp right here to the monoscape. Okay. Alright, almost there. Okay, we have escaped the sphere influence of the Mun. And we will now be making our way back to Kerbal with a free return trajectory. Alright, our periapsis is now 46,000 meters, which means once we get into the atmosphere, it'll kind of slow us down and bring the apoapsis in, so we can then get a good slow return. Look at that shadow there. That's from the Mun, I think. Yeah, that's the shadow of the Mun. So it should be like a solar eclipse right there, which is pretty cool. Okay. $50x time. And now we're in the atmosphere. So I can probably decouple this now. It should be fine. We're gonna go on prograde. Decouple it. Okay, it's lagging. But that's fine. Now we can go on retrograde. And we are going to start getting into the atmosphere here. Looks like that thing's also going. Please don't hit. No! No. No, bro. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be really bad. That's gonna be really bad. Oh! Oh, okay. It was moving too slow. Oh, phew. That just makes me so happy. Okay, I thought our ship was about to explode, which would have been bad. Okay, our apoapsis is going down. Periapsis is kind of staying the same. And now we just gotta... We're gonna time warp through this because I don't want to sit through the entire thing. You guys probably don't want to either. Alright. Bro, look at how much we just lowered our apoapsis. Isn't that awesome? Now, once we reach above 70 kilometers, we can do a crew report. Or I think I've already done my crew report. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do a crew report here. And then I can also do an EVA report. So I'm gonna go EVA report. That gives me 8 science. Okay, back in. And now we can just time warp again. Because why not? Okay, now we've done almost a full orbit around the Earth. And we're heading back over to our periapsis. We might do a second flyby, which kind of depletes our electricity because we're using SAS, which uses electricity, and I only have 50. Alright, should bring our apoapsis down just enough so on our next one we can actually head into Earth. Alright, hopefully the apoapsis gets into the atmosphere. Yes. Okay, that's great. Now we are on course, en route to land. We got our 2 drogues right here, and there are 2 parachutes. That should be fine. 4 experiments in there. Alright, so this will get us a little bit of science, which is good. Alright, we are going to time warp through all this, because again, oh, we're already time warping, never mind. We are now entering the atmosphere, as you can see by our ship burning up. And it's on the dark side, which isn't too good, but it's fine. It's whatever, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do an EVA report right now, because if I sent poor Jebediah over here, if I sent him out of the spacecraft, he would fly away and die. We don't want that happening. We like Jebediah. Okay. And as you can see, we are coming in. Now we're going to deploy our drogues, which are like the lesser parachutes, which slow us down to the point where we can deploy the parachutes. And the drogues and the parachutes gradually slow us down, so we can make it. There we go. Now we're moving about 5 meters per second, which is great. We got all our experiments on board. We can even jettison the heat shield if we want to move a little slower. We're moving around 4.5 meters per second. Okay, now we just wait, I guess. Wait until this thing up here reaches 0. Yeah, we can disable SAS, doesn't it? Alright, we're almost down. Almost only 100 meters to go. And Splashdown, back on Kerbal. Since we have splashed down, we can now recover the vessel. And we got 29.2 science. So we only need 7 more to unlock one of the next upgrades. Which one should we do? Efficient propulsion, lifters, propulsion systems. This one of RCS, it does, has monopropellant, fuel engines. Fuel systems right here. That's a lot of stuff. We might go for that. Advanced construction. Has more decouplers. Okay, that's pretty good. Aerodynamics right here. That also adds a lot more stuff for our planes. But again, we don't really need planes. Landing. Ooh, that's pretty good. It adds landing gear, which would be good for getting on the Mun. Or which one were we at? Okay, advanced flight control. That adds another stabilizer, which we could use. Ooh, it also adds this. This RCS block. I really want that actually, so I think I'm gonna do this one. Simple command modules, that adds one thing, not gonna do that. Space exploration, well, we don't really need that right now. Miniaturization, that's pretty nice. Electrics, that adds some more science experiments, which we could definitely use as we get further into the game. Storage technology, that's just storage and stuff. Okay, so we're probably going to do the, where is it? The advanced flight control. That's what we're going to do next. But we gotta launch our rocket first. Sorry about that. We're gonna get the Mun rocket. Okay, this is an awesome rocket. It's amazing. This fairing is a little annoying because we can't do any experiments. So I am going to delete the fairing. And I'm going to move the fairing up to above this science junior. Oh yeah, I can just do that. That. There we go. So now that's above the science junior, we'll be able to do experiments. And we got drogues, parachutes, decouplers, we got everything over here. That's pretty good. Now we can save and launch it. I guess we could do... Nah, we don't need the 0.1 science. That would give us literally nothing. Okay, and once we get the MK2, where we can hold 2 people, or actually, do we have a command pod that can hold 2 people? Because if we do, then I could get a scientist in there. Oh, we do. This P re-entry module. I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna get rid of drogue chutes, parachutes, experiment storage unit, small inline reaction wheel. We're gonna get rid of everything. Just most stuff. Like that. And we're going to add a new re-entry model called the P. And actually we can delete this at the P like that. Okay, there we go. Now we have the P reentry model, or module. Sorry, said that again. Model. And then we should be able to add this up here. And parachutes. Right here. You can add one parachute here. One parachute here. Where are the drogues? I cannot find the drogue chutes. Where'd they? They're gone. They disappeared. That's sad. Oh no. Now this is just hanging out. That's fine though. It's it won't be too much of an issue. And where did drogue chutes go? Right here. We're going and a drogue chute here. Alright, that is pretty good. Oh, this was on top. I see now. We're going to make this fairing again. Okay, we're going to put it here, here, and here. Closing it off fully. Alright. This rocket looks pretty good. To the mun pretty well. And do we have a No, we don't want an engineer. We want a scientist. So now we can store science experiments and we can do multiple at once, you know? Alright, let's save it and launch. So first thing is a material study, which is with this Science Junior. And we're gonna get Bob to, can we get him to take that? All that stuff right there. Does it look like we can? Maybe. No, we can't. Surface sample. We are not gonna do that right now. Okay. Let's turn on SAS and full. Okay, the throttle's already at full. Now we can launch. Okay, we went down a little there, but that is alright. Not an issue at all. And we are starting to go up at around 50 meters per second. We'll do our gravity turn. So right about now, we're going to do our gravity turn this way to the east. A gravity turn is when we move the apoapsis. So when we circularize our orbit, the apoapsis is already a little bit curved, you know? It makes it a lot easier to circularize the orbit and it uses a lot less fuel. Okay. We have to get rid of these boosters without even... Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. We're moving that way, which I do not want. Don't want to move that way. We're also gonna move up just a little bit. Alright. A little more actually. Go up. Okay, and our apoapsis is now 80 kilometers, as we can see down here, which is a good apoapsis. You can see it's curved, which is also very good. Now click on this, add maneuver, and just bring it out there. We don't want the apoapsis to be that high. Bring the apoapsis way, way lower. Okay, that's pretty good. We are going to have to stage twice. We can do this also. Alright, and we're going to what's this decoupler right here? Oh no, go to the maneuver node. I almost forgot about that. That would have been really bad. What does this stage do? Does that get rid of the fairing? Yeah. What's this stage right here? No clue. Okay. And start the burn. Cuts the fuel. And we'll do that burn now. And now we will burn, and burn for a really long time. This is requiring a lot of delta V, which might be a little bad. Because that to land on the mun, but we need to land on the mun. We have to. Okay. Okay. Hi, Rapture PvP. You were here a little bit ago. I remember you. Perfect. I think it's perfect, right? A little more. Periapsis. Apoapsis is a little high, but that's fine. Yup, Jeb death count so far. It's close. Streams earlier, yeah. Jeb died a lot of times. Poor Jeb, he doesn't deserve this. Well, we have a scientist now, so maybe he could die with Jeb. Sounds fun, right? Okay. So, we are now in orbit, a little elliptical. Not in line with the mun, really. How much would it take to get to Minmus? If we set that as our target, how much would it take to get there? Let's get the descending node, and we're just gonna bring that way up. Or actually down a little. Okay. Guess we're gonna move this over. Okay, how much delta V would this use? Periapsis. No, I'm looking at the minimus periapsis. Okay. So what if we're gonna pin that. Average Tuesday for Jeb is spawning. Poor Jeb. Poor Jeb. He deserves better. Let's bring that in a little bit. That's as much as we can do, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna require around 1,000 meters per second of delta V. So we are going to make a quick save here, just in case we can't get back. So, in orbit around Kerbal. And yes, we want to overwrite that. And we're going to go over here, and we can delete that. There we go. Perfect. Now we are in orbit around Kerbal, which is awesome. Alright. Our burn is in 13 minutes, but we will obviously gonna sit here waiting for 13 minutes, are we? Okay, we're on our maneuver node. And let's move. Okay. And we can time warp again. Alright. Our time warp is very soon. In 1 minute. Or sorry, our burn is very soon. Alright. 40 seconds until we are at our maneuver, which will then let us rendezvous to Minmus. I've never been to Minmus before, so this is definitely a first. Alright, 10 seconds until our burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. This is going to be a very long burn. 1 minute and 30 seconds. We could just sit back and relax over here. Just keep on going. Just continuous burn. I wish I got KSP1 instead of KSP2. Yeah, I could definitely feel your pain, dude. KSP2 is really badly unfinished, but the original creator of KSP1 is making a game called Kitten Space Agency, and it's apparently supposed to be pretty much just like KSP2. So I would recommend checking that out, 'cause it'll probably be the next big space game. Okay, our burn is almost finished. We could have gone to the moon there. The moon. I think that's pretty good. More. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. 168. Okay. We are now on our way to Minmus, which is just another moon. We have the Mun, which is easier to get to, and we have Minmus, which is hard to get to. And we don't have much fuel left. So, we'll have to kind of, yeah, we'll definitely not landing on Minmus, that's for sure. And now we can time warp all the way over here. As you can see, Minmus is coming. Can we see it yet? Where is it? That's the Earth, that's the Mun. I think that's Minmus right there. After we warp a little closer. Alright. And oh, there it is. Look at it. It's so close now. We can see the moon right there. As you can see, we're getting a little closer to it. Oh, look at that. I've never been here before. This is a first. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. Look at it right there. We can definitely do some science experiments, which our scientist will store. Oh no. Okay, never mind. Phew. I thought we were out of electric charge. That would have been awful. Absolutely awful. Look at Minmus right there. Let's do a maneuver then, I guess. Add maneuver. How much delta V will this cost to get in an orbit around Minmus? Ooh, that's one kind of orbit right there. Periapsis, apoapsis. We can do that. We can get in an orbit around Minmus. We can do it. We can do it. We're going to collect all these experiments, and since we have a scientist on board, he should be able to, let's see, maybe we need to be... Where's the hatch? What do you mean all hatches are obstructed? The hatches are not obstructed, thank you very much. They're not obstructed by anything. Oh, come on. You gotta be joking, bro. Oh no. We just wasted our materials study, which is like the most vital one. Oh no. Okay. We still got our other ones, which is fine, I guess. Alright. Time warping over to the maneuver. Minmus is way smaller than the Mun, so it's easier to land on it. But even though it's easier to land, doesn't mean we have enough fuel to land on it. So, yeah. Okay. We'll be starting the burn in 50 seconds. $30 until we start the burn. We will not be using our landing struts at all, because we don't need them. Okay, please, hopefully we'll be a free return trajectory. And, no, actually, right here, I'm gonna save the game. Fly by Minmus. There we go. Now, we have a flyby. Bob and Bill are always petrified Jebs, always having a blast. Yeah. Exactly. Bob and Bill are always just kind of chilling there. It's Jeb, Bob, and Bill. They are the dynamic, or the like holy trinity of Kerbal Space Program. There's Valentina too, but like she's only used if Jebediah dies, because Jebediah is the automatic one that you always get put with. Oh, I was way short of a burn than I was told it was going to be. Lied to me. It's not very kind. Okay, but now we're in orbit around Minmus. Okay, so let's do first of all crew report. That's pretty good. Now we can do a EVA report. Nope, we can't. A temperature scan. An atmospheric pressure scan. Mystery goo observation. And we can't do a material study. Okay, we should be able to, yeah, now we have all this stuff. You gotta go, somebody in chat has to go to the bathroom, but they gotta see this historical moment for Jeb. Go to these. I don't want you peeing your pants. Come on. Come on now. I know Jeb is very important, but oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's not good. Hopefully, can I do something? Oh no. That is not good. Not good at all. Let's do this. So we are. Okay. I hope. I very much hope that. Yeah, so this is please. Oh, can we get that? Oh no. What can we do here? What can we do? What could we possibly do here? We can do orbit give us. Where's the approach info, advanced orbital info? Okay, here we go. We got the maneuver, +1 orbit, another orbit, another orbit, another orbit, another orbit. So I think if we just do a lot of orbits, then we should be good. So Jebediah will have to wait for a really long time. But afterwards, or let's Now we can, let's pin this. Oh no, where'd it go? Pin that. Now, oh wait, it didn't pin. What the heck? Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Oh, I thought we were about to not make it back, but we just figured out how to. Okay, now we wait. And we wait. And we wait, and we wait. Alright. Let's move a little faster. Or actually, let's get onto the maneuver node first. Alright. And now we time warp again. Time warp a lot. And I'm still on the maneuver node, so we can go again. And just a tad. Alright. We now have a minute until our burn to hopefully get back to Kerbin. We can, should we save? We can turn trajectory burn. We can save that. Okay. We are now getting very, very close to our burn. We're about to do it in 30 seconds. 30 seconds until our burn. And look at the Earth over there. We gotta make it there. Okay, 10 seconds. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn has started. It's not a very long burn, so it won't. So we'll actually have fuel left over when we get back on Kerbin. Okay, I think that should be good. Yes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now I just gotta wait until I get out of Minmus's sphere of influence. Okay. I'm about to get out of it. There we go. Now I'm out of Minmus's sphere of influence. Now let's warp really far. Let's warp to here, which is a long warp. A very long warp. Alright, Jeb. We're in the atmosphere. We're going to decouple this. And turn retrograde. So now, our heat shield. Oh, look at all our rocket parts exploding. That's just so satisfying. This is a historical moment for Jeb. Let's go, Jeb. Really burning up over here. I forgot to take the experiments. And now all I have is one experiment that literally has 0.1 science. 0.1. That's diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Oh, we're heading down. We're going to place this here and this here. Okay, now we should have both my drogues. Yep. And this is a pretty safe return. I thought we were going to do an orbit, but we ended up just going so fast that we are heading down to Earth. Congratulations, everybody. We've made it. Oh, no. We can disable this. Just like, get rid of that. Rose? Alright, awesome. As we slow down to about 200 meters per second, we, there we go. We'll deploy our parachutes. And now both our parachutes and drogue chutes are fully okay. And we're moving at about 100 meters per second, but that's with both parachutes only half deployed. Okay, now our drogues are fully deployed. And the heat shield has been jettisoned. That sends us down to about 30 meters per second, which is way better. And if we speed it up a little bit, just a little bit, we will deploy our parachutes. We're now heading back down with our little floating thing right there. Oh, it looks so goofy. What even is that? It's just a little ball. I think this also has some science in it. Hopefully. Because we did so much science, but we keep forgetting to do the experiment storage unit. Okay, splash down back on Kerbal. We can now recover the vessel. And please say we got. Okay, 32 science earned. And that means we have enough science. Where is it? Advanced flight control. Oh wow, but it's like I don't even know what I want to get anymore. Cause there's so much options and I can only get one. I could get more science with this, but I have to set it up by engineers, which means I need engineers on my ship, which means I can't have a scientist anymore. Yeah, no, not that. Definitely not that. Advanced flight control? Yeah, we're doing advanced flight control. And research for 90 science. Let's make a plane. Let's upgrade our plane. Because there's one thing we can do to upgrade it. Or is there an upgrade it? Nah, actually, I don't think there is. I mean, RCS ports won't do anything on a plane because we're in the atmosphere. Fairing. Yeah, we don't really need any of this. Oh, what's in here? No, nothing that we don't already have. Cargo, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's fly this plane around. I like my plane. Okay. And we're taking off. This space. Oh, come on. We always check your staging, guys. Always check your staging. Because I just deployed parachute when I was not supposed to deploy the parachute. Okay. That's better. Alright. Oh. We gotta turn up the throttle. Forgot about that. Okay. We are taking off at the moment. Have our little parachute at the back, and we're off. We're in the air. Alright. Now just roll it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, the G-forces poor Jebediah is probably experiencing right now. Oh no! Go up! Go up! Pull up! Oh, we crashed. Jebediah survived, at least. He looks pretty scared. Oh no, what's this? What's that? Oh, it's just a glitch. I thought I was filling the ocean with oil. Let's try that again. Yeah, this space plane is a little junky. Kinda sucks. But, it does the job, I guess. I deployed the parachute. Never deploy the parachute at the start. Always check your staging. Oh! Crew capacity 3. So we can add that onto our ship. And then we can have a pilot, scientist, and engineer. All 3. Bill and Bob. Okay, we can't take off just yet. Okay, we can't take off just yet. How can we take off? Lots of times. And it's very bad when that happens. Let's just toggle off SAS, see if that helps stabilize it. No, it's not helping. It's not helping. Jebediah, survive, please! How does he do it? I think we should improve our space plane. What about you guys? You think we should improve the space plan? Yeah, I do. I do. The space plane kind of sucks. The center of gravity's good. Oh, we got the parachute at the back, and I have no clue what is making it do that. I am going to undo that. And we're going to move both these things up just a little bit. So this too. Oh, the wings, yeah. So I wonder if that will help. And let's check this. That will hopefully help it while it's a little more up there. Hopefully that'll help it not spin out of control, because I'm moving the center of thrust upwards, close to the center of gravity, so, or pretty much inside the center of gravity. So hopefully that makes it a little and we're just barreling down the runway. Add a third one. We should. I might add a third engine if this doesn't work. But if this does work, then we're all good. Okay. Moving a little slow for takeoff. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. We almost hit the ground, but we didn't. We didn't hit the ground, which is very nice. There's that airfield over there, so we're gonna turn towards that.